everyone, welcome back to the My Coach for Life YouTube channel. Now today I'd love to talk to you about a topic that I get pretty passionate about, I get quite frustrated about, and there's been so much written, documented, published about this thing called time management. And as I've got older and I've had lots of different roles in various different places around the country, managed different people, led different people, one thing I have come to realize with pretty much every person I've come into contact with is blaming time for things. Just haven't got enough time, I'm too busy, I'm snowed under, there's not enough hours in the day. And it's really got me thinking in the work that I do with my private clients as well. This is something that we work on quite a bit. And so there's a kind of statement that I wanted to kind of say today, and that's, it's not your fault, but it is your responsibility. And what do I mean by that? Well, I don't know about you, but through primary school, through high school, I didn't go to university, so I did my professional qualification whilst I was working. And not through any of that process, through that amount of time, did anybody actually ask me, am I okay at managing time? Do I know how to do it? Do I struggle with it? And it's something that I just found absolutely fascinating. There's so many cliches about it. You know, you can't buy any more of it. Once it's gone, all that kind of good stuff around time. But nowhere do we help people, generally speaking, I'm talking, to understand that time management is a skill. It takes practice. It's not something that I think you're necessarily born with. And even if you are a kind of organized person, you've still had to come up with and practice different things to get to a point where you kind of are one of those people who perhaps finds it a little bit easier. So today I really want you to kind of get your head around, look, if you're one of those people who just says, I'm not organized, I can't turn up to things on time. Look, there's a whole host of reasons for that. But for me, the fundamental that sits underneath that is perhaps you've never actually practiced it and introduced methods, tips, tools, and techniques that can help you with it. And that brings me on to leaders, managers, supervisors, people who look after and are in charge of people on a day-to-day basis. And this is one of the things I used to get quite frustrated at, is that, look, we need to recognize that this is a skill and that your people may be highly qualified. They may be great people. I'm sure they are if they're working for you and they're in your organization. But we need to start opening up that dialogue. We need to start having a conversation with people about how confident, how knowledgeable they are on managing their time, because it's not something that is just a given. Yeah, and I think there's an awful lot of frustration with people, especially in maybe large organizations, even in small organizations. You know, I own and operate a number of private ultrasound pregnancy scanning clinics along with my wife. And one of the things that we need to be mindful of is when we're asking people to do things, are they able to do it within a particular window, and make sure that they understand that. So if you are a leader, if you're a manager, supervisor, team leader, anybody who looks after people, can I please ask you to start thinking about having that conversation with your people. Just open up that dialogue. You know, you might have people who like always turn up late to a meeting, or they always miss a deadline. And it's not usually intentional that they're doing that. I find with most people, then they don't want to turn up late to a meeting. They don't want to not meet the deadline, but because they haven't got the necessary skills and they haven't practiced how to manage their time, then it becomes a problem. It becomes an issue. I hope that's been useful for you today. It's something, as I say, for me, I'm incredibly passionate about. I will be doing more about time management, tools, tips, tricks, things that have worked for me along the way. I'd love to open up a bit of a conversation about this. What are your thoughts? How do you manage your time? What are your best tricks? What are the things that have really impacted you? Do you see this in your organization where you work, where leaders and managers, you know, just expect people to be able to manage their time? without any real understanding of whether it's an issue or not for people. Please subscribe, share, and I will see you again next week.